Hi guys, we're going to do an art journal page based on the word soar and using the girl that I printed out from another video that I did, you can check out, and using the grunge block alphabet from Tim Holtz that I got at Tuesday Morning for $3. Pretty good deal. Let's see, let's punch out the letters, and I punched out a few of them already. And then you have to find the corresponding block that they fit on to make them look like printer's blocks. The letters do not match. They're kind of fun in that they don't match. They kind of have this eclectic look to them. That way, punch out little bits. And then I found my blocks so that I can get ready to spray both the letters and the blocks. There is a little bit of, I don't know what to call it, a little bit left over on the blocks that you need to sand off before you spray them. I think I did it afterwards. That's left over from punching things out. So if that sort of thing bothers you, you probably want to sand it off. I think I talk about it a little later in the video or something. I'm using Heidi Swapp Color Shine in bronzer. The nozzle doesn't like to work for me. I need to probably rinse it out, but I deal with it. And I'm using Heidi Swapp Color Shine in gold. Two very pretty colors to go with my page. And then I'll let my letters dry while I work on the blocks. And I decided to go in and do the blocks the same colors. I need to get a piece of paper to spray with. I decided to do the blocks the same colors. I thought about doing them differently. Maybe I'll do that on another page and we'll see how it looks. But anyway, I decided to spray them pretty much the same. I think I skipped the gold on this part though. I don't remember. We'll see. Yeah, and there's me talking about the little bit. Anyway, we'll spray them, let them dry, and come back later. Okay, so my letters are dry and I am going to glue them together. I used my embossing heat tool to dry them a little bit. I used it on low, otherwise I'd fry everything. A little bit of glue goes a long way, and there's a little bit of fudge in the video there, I'm sorry. I couldn't figure it out, but that's alright, I'll get there. Anyway, a little bit of glue goes a long way. If you end up having too much glue, just spread it around. Otherwise, you're going to have that glue overflow that kind of comes out from under what you're working on. That drives me crazy when I do that. I'm known to take like a paper clip or a toothpick or something and make it go away. So, yep, got a little bit of it anyway. That's okay. So my letters are done, and the background of the page I had already finished. So I usually do backgrounds when I have artist block. So this page I did with some of the distress inks in tea dye and worn lipstick. That's a cool name. No, not the other pages. That page. Okay. Tea dye and worn lipstick. And I used some of the, there's the vintage photo. Oh my gosh, I used that too. I forgot, sorry. Yeah. And I used some of the tissue paper. It's not really tissue paper, it's thicker than that. It's really nice paper. It's very thick tissue. In Postal is that print. I glued it on there with Mod Podge. and let it dry. So now I'm working on the girl. I didn't really like the color of her, so I was working on whether or not to use some worn lipstick on top of her or vintage photo. So I ended up putting some worn lipstick on top of her to make her a little bit less orange, to go with the page a little bit better. I didn't want to work too much into it because I was afraid that what I had printed would smear, from the printer, but it ended up being fine. And I inked up the sides and I sanded the sides and I did all kinds of stuff to this thing. Poor girl. Her image is from a Unity stamp set by Melody Ross called She Sprouted Wings or something like that. I showed you in the other video. It's sitting right there on the table. I really love that set. There's the distress tool that I used on the side of the paper and to get rid of the little shag that was on the side of the block letters. What's next, Karen? Well, I'm talking, obviously, talking. I had to figure out how to do this video with the, I did already tell you that? Oh, who knows? Oh well. Alright, so I have my butterflies. I punched out some butterflies with my Stampin' Up! Big's Beautiful Butterflies die and the Frosted Film by Tim Holtz paper that I got. It's pretty cool stuff. It's like contact paper, but awesome. And I tried it a few different ways. I tried it where you just punched it out. I tried it where you where you took the frosted film and put it on another piece of paper, punched it out. And then, yeah, there's those two. I'm going to talk about those two in a minute. Anyway, I don't know what to do with those two. I always cut them out with tabs and put them on the sides, and that's all I can think of to do with those wings, because they don't punch out completely. They're bizarre. So I've done that for years, and that's just, if you have any other ideas, please let me know in the comments, because I don't know what else to do with that die. If you have that die, you'll know what I'm talking about, with those wonky half wings that it has. Anyway, back to the frosted film. Some of it I just peel off and put on. Now I noticed a couple days later that the frosted film that I just stuck the butterflies on with frosted film, it didn't stick completely. It started to peel up, but I kind of liked it that way. I'm thinking that it would be good for sewing through, like sewing through the frosted film onto other paper or something. That would be awesome. And then I used my, the little butterfly die. It's also from Stampin' Up! I forget the name of it. Oh gosh. But I used the frosted film paper on that too, and it turned out really good because the details came out really well and everything. So then I'm just kind of gluing stuff together and figuring out where it goes pretty much for the rest of the video. Oh yeah, I inked up the sides of the blocks to make them stand out a little more, kind of like outlining your work when you're working on something and drawing something. If you ink up the sides of it, then it'll come out a little better. It'll show up a little better. Yeah. So there's that. I think here's where, I'm writing the words spread your wings and, because I didn't just like the word soar all by itself. I thought maybe it needed a little bit of something else. Okay, Tombow. Those glue snails, or whatever you want to call them, They kind of drive me nuts. That one snags a lot and it just doesn't give you enough adhesive. So I was going with the tacky glue. Those are the Recollections flowers from Michaels. The adhesive came off on them in the package, but that's okay. I had to put a whole gob of glue on them anyway to make them stay. So, yeah. All right. So here I am arranging things, and that's, yeah, with the adhesive foam dots from Studio G. They're like, I don't know, 11 millimeters thick. They're pretty thick. So it'll stand out really well. With the tiny butterflies, I wasn't sure what I was going to do because usually I use scrap pieces of the dimensional papers, but even that would have been too large, so I think I just ended up gluing them on. Yeah. So while I'm doing this part, a little about me. I'm an art teacher. I teach in what is called, I guess you could say, a rural suburb of St. Louis. It's in Franklin County, and I love my kids very, very much. I teach kindergarten through 5th art and high school art. So they keep me pretty busy out there. There's my page. In all of its finery. Yay! I like this page. It's not my very, very favorite. I have loads of those to show you. But I really do like those block letters. Those are awesome. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.